and Yom Teruah. Yom Teruah is the day of sounding the horn, and Yom HaZikaron is the day of remembering. Some of the prayers in the traditional service end with that. Yeah, now it says it's recording. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
So Rosh Hashanah has three major significances. It's the anniversary of the world's creation, if you believe that the world was in fact created 81 years ago. It is the day of judgment, and it's a day of renewing the bond between God and the Jewish people. So this is a Seder, which means order, because there's a specific order to the blessings, and that order varies from region to region, so we can't get it wrong. But the purpose remains the same, to spark self-reflection and expression of our greatest wishes for the new year. The traditional Rosh Hashanah Seder begins with a 13th century poem by Abraham Chazan Gerondi, which declares, "Let the year end with all its curses, let the new year begin with all its blessings." And in Hebrew, that's Tichle Shana v'kilaloteha, Tachel Shana uverchoteha. And now we'll start the blessings. Most of this Seder, after I've been through that long explanation, is in fact blessings and explanations of those blessings. But here's a blessing that needs no explanation: the blessing over candles.
We get to screen mirroring.
And we do this as we do any time a Yom Tov falls on Shabbat.
I don't know how to do screen mirroring on the iPad.
You don't have to do what?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushonu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat v'yom tov. Praised are you, eternal our God, sovereign of the universe, who has sanctified us with mitzvot and has commanded us to kindle the lights of the Sabbath and the holiday. And as we always say after lighting candles on Yom Tov, we continue with the Shehachianu blessing. So we say together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehachianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. I'm going to put the candles aside. And now if we were having a service, this would be part of the service. I'm going to announce the new year. We're going to announce the new year. So we read together, "May it be your will, eternal our God, God of our fathers and mothers, that the year 5781 brings us life and peace, gladness and joy, salvation and comfort. And let us say, Amen." Now, first Kiddush. If you have wine or juice at your table, please pick it up. Just as on Passover, we're going to have 4 different drinks of wine or grape juice, and we'll give each a special emphasis. Our first drink of wine tonight is for good health. May all of us enjoy it in the coming year, and may all who suffer have a complete healing. And we say together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. And because we'll be eating fruit as part of our Seder, we say the blessing over fruit. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'etz. And this evening is Shabbos. So let's sing Shalom Aleichem in honor of the angels who watch over us. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, I'm going to pull over our Seder plate and see if I can see it. So this is our Rosh Hashanah Seder plate, and unlike in at Passover, we don't have to eat everything that's, we don't have to taste everything that's on the Seder plate, and which is good because you could break your teeth on this pumpkin. But these are some of the traditional foods for Rosh Hashanah, which vary from one Jewish culture to another. A Sephardi Rosh Hashanah Seder may contain a wide range of items, different items, like dates, carrots, beets, beans, pomegranates, apples and honey, leeks, squash, even a fish head could be on the plate. Sometimes the food symbolizes an aspect of the new year that we hope will occur, or the food's Hebrew name is related to a Hebrew word that has meaning in the context of the holiday. The blessings are attributed to the rabbis of the Talmud who loved wordplay. They were into puns. You wouldn't believe some of the silly puns that contemporary writers have come up with in English for some of these foods. Some foods are on the Seder plate, and some foods can be part of the meal. For example, we didn't put carrots on the Seder plate, but we are having them with dinner. Spencer made his incredible Moroccan carrot salad, and I'm going to put out some dates with dessert, so we will have those symbolic foods as well. Each blessing begins with the phrase, Yehi Ratzon Milfanecha, may it be God's will. And it concludes with a specific wish that relates to the food. You're going to hear two that are pretty much identical. Anyway, our first symbolic food is the pomegranate. And it represents our desire to carry out God's commandments through good deeds. And we say together, Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu, shenihyeh maleim mitzvot ka rimon. Rimon means pomegranate. May it be your will, eternal our God, that we shall be as full of mitzvot as the pomegranate is full of seeds. Scallions or leeks are on the plate to symbolize friendship and community. How do they get to that, you ask? The Hebrew word for leeks, karti, is related to the Hebrew root kaf resh tav, meaning to cut. The negative language of the blessing is meant to be a plea to God that we exist among friends. And we say together, Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu, sheyikartu oivenu v'son'enu, v'chol mevakshe ra'atenu. So we're saying, may it be your will, eternal our God, that our enemies, those who hate us and those who wish evil upon us, should be cut down. In other words, everybody should be our friend. Some of these are really a stretch. The blessing asking God for prosperity relates to the Hebrew word for bean, rubiah, which is the verb root has the verb root for increase, resh beit hey. It represents not only our own well-being, but also our ability to give to others. So the beans are for prosperity. A lot of Sephardic groups are very adamant about using black-eyed peas for this blessing. So we say in the middle of the page, May Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu sheyirbu zechuyotenu. May it be your will, eternal our God, that our merits increase. And the sages related the old Hebrew word for gourd, kara, to the verb roots kuf resh ayin, to rend, which is not the same as to tear, and kuf resh aleph, to proclaim. The past tense in both those verbs are pronounced kara. In the blessing over the gourd or the pumpkin, we ask God to rip up our judgments against others and announce our merits. Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu, shetikra ro'ah gazar dinenu, v'yikaru lifanecha zechuyotenu. May it be your will, eternal our God, that the evil of our verdicts be torn up and that our merits are proclaimed before you. It's time for more wine. Let's dedicate this drink of wine to children, the children in our lives, the children in our community, the children throughout the world. May we come to see a day in which every child is fed, sheltered, clothed, educated, and loved. We say together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Back to the Seder plate. Traditionally, a fish head or a ram's head symbolized our wish to be leaders, not followers. In the coming year, we use a head of lettuce instead. And we say, Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu shenihyeh l'rosh v'lo l'zanav. May it be your will, eternal our God, that we will be a head and not a tail. That's one of the blessings that actually makes sense. Probably the most universal food custom among Ashkenazi Jews as well as Sephardim is to eat apple slices dipped in honey, symbolic of our hope for a sweet year. I'm going to pass the honey around our table as I also give Rick Robillard, who is with us, and Spencer an apple slice. And we say together, Yehi Ratzon Milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu Shetchadesh Aleinu Shana Tova Umetuka. May it be your will, eternal our God, that you will renew upon us a good and sweet year. This is when we actually eat something.
Now you could eat something good.
Okay, time for our third drink of wine. Let's have our third drink of wine, dedicating this one to an increase in understanding and empathy. May we all learn how to walk in another person's shoes. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. To conclude our Rosh Hashanah Seder and prepare for a festive dinner, we say the blessing over bread. Our challah on Rosh Hashanah is round, representing the circle of life. And if you're not like me and Spencer, who don't really care for black raisins, it can be full of raisins, expressing our desire once again for a sweet year. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. And I'm very glad a few of you were able to find round chalot. Let's wash this down this challah with one more drink of wine, this one for peace. May we be at peace with ourselves and with our neighbors in the coming year, and may the nations of the world be at peace with each other. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. And that's our Rosh Hashanah Seder. Shana Tova Umetuka, may we all have a good and sweet year. That's all. Anyone who wants to hang out for a little while and ask questions or ask questions about tomorrow's service, feel free.
Rabbi,
We're done.
when you were talking about the first blessing of the Seder, I just realized that was the prayer that I posted on Facebook this afternoon.
The
Oh.
Yemenite prayer?
No, do you say a midnight prayer? No,
Yemenite.
the Yemenite prayer. Yes, it's
Beautiful.
Yeah,
What was it about?
it's just the prayer in song. A group is singing. It just that was the one that I just happened to. My sister happened to send me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
So-
listen to that.
Yeah, so it's nice. That's a nice coincidence that it came up.
So I have to share that I seeded my very first pomegranate after watching a YouTube video on how to do it.
Ah,
It was not so easy. Cheryl, I thought of you last year. You brought me a big container of pomegranates. I was thinking I probably should have shared some of these with you. But yeah, it was messy, pretty messy.
oh, a
Put it
pomegranate
in the
is
bowl
very
of
messy.
water
You basically have to eat it over the sink.
over the
Well,
sink or in a
the
big bowl
YouTube
of
said
water.
to
And
put the
we're close
bowl
to care
in the
about.
sink. That helped, but it still went all over the place.
Oh,
but-
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It will not deter me. In 70 more years, I'll see another one.
You just eat the seeds?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the rest of it is really bitter.
Is it? Yeah.
It's good in salads.
Yogurt. It's good on yogurt.
Oh, good in yogurt, yes.
Good idea.
Could I watch?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not so sure how fresh this one was. It's got a lot of brown seeds, a lot of red ones, but are brown seeds, Cheryl?
Nah.
Yeah,
not
that's
good.
what I thought. Oh, well.
Challah can also be dipped in honey. That too is traditional.
It's just,
It's funny how he just disappeared.
Well, this only shows 9 people. So.
I'm gonna leave because I have to get up and walk.
Oh, yeah.
I've,
Take care
I've
of
made my
yourself.
limit. of
We're all
45
thinking about you. We'll give you a shout out during the Misha Beirach tomorrow.
Thank
El-
you.
El- Ellen, did you want to keep recording or did you want to stop
No,
recording?
I think I'm going to stop. I was just about to reach for it.
Okay.
Uh,